me just get the door for you.
Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We had Ampu dead from last video and from the previous one as well, so we're gonna keep him like this because we have some drama, guys, coming from the mother of all drama right here, a woman entitled through the roof. So let's see, guys, we have already a hat trick of Ampus being unalive. Let's see if we can get him even more videos, because the woman lately, guys, have been just insane. So look, you are this man, you have two options. There is the, diplomatic way, the one where you try to be nice, a good human being, and you immediately call the police if this woman is not willing to get out, and they force her out of it like a, like a whale, they take her out. Or, there's the other reason. If a man is sitting in my car, is some stranger that I just met, and he's not willing to get out, like, I will get him out of there with a shower of punches, right? I will get him out of there in pieces if it need be. Like, what the hell? It's not your car, madam. Get out of there. You walking hippo, talking hippo. What are you doing, man? This is not your car. And the man was willing to pay for her date, but guys, it wasn't expensive enough, because you see, she is worth more than that. So let's see how this unravels.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date? Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her.
Is this beautiful? Look, guys, look at her. Is this beautiful? She has big breasts. I'll let you know that because you don't see it. But that's all of it, And they are big probably because she's overweight. You know what I'm talking about? Like, is this beautiful? And even if you are beautiful, I don't give a crap of how you look, right? What is this entitlement, man?
Because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
Are you seeing this guy? Like, he's absolutely weirded out. He seems like a nice guy. I wish he had more testosterone to just call the cops or spit in her mouth. You know what I'm talking about? But this woman, guys, she pretends like she's this really, this really big prize. You just won the lottery with me, so you gotta put in the effort. What effort? He just met you. He doesn't know nothing about you, and he's assuming that you're a common 304, which there's a high likelihood you are, right? So if all the guys have gotten what's between your leg without even taking you to McDonald's, what makes you entitled to think that this man has to take you to a 5-star restaurant, to a Michelin restaurant? Why exactly? And if someone says, oh, Hiran, why are you being so harsh? She's probably not a 304. Look at her demands. Look at her expectations. She has always been this way. No, if she was a traditional woman who was looking for love, who was looking for the real things, you don't care where that guy is going to take you, right? When you actually are interested in a person and you like a person and you really like him, You can go to a walk in the park and you will enjoy that moment with the other person, right? When you've been in love, did you care whether you spent money on a date or not? So this woman is clearly not dating because of love. She's dating because of the, you know, the money. She's dating because of the status. She's dating because of, I don't know, fame or whatever, you know, just the superficial stuff. She wants to appear pretty. So, oh wow, she has put a lot of time into her hair. I don't give a crap. You know, she's rotten from the inside, and I honestly don't know why this guy is sitting to talk with her. Bro, she's a demon. What are you doing talking to her? It's like it's as if you're talking to, I don't know, someone who is possessed, or as if you're talking to a mythical evil creature. You're talking to a harpy right now.
And I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too.
First mistake, my dude. As a man, you don't get to have expectations in the year 2023, and a few years before that as well. Bro, wake up. You don't get to have any expectations. You cannot expect anything from women. You cannot expect them to not be overweight. You cannot expect them to have a body count less than 250. You cannot expect anything. You cannot expect them to quit their OnlyFans, to stop dating multiple men while dating you. This guy, gentlemen, he's blue-pilled, but, you know, I sure hope he finds his way soon. And this is the type of crap that is making a lot of men flood towards the manosphere, because they've been told all their life, you have to treat women like queens. You have to be polite. You have to talk with them. This is what happens when you talk with idiots, right? This is what happens. Guys, there's no talking in a lot of the cases. An extremely big proportion of women are entitled. Not like this one. I mean, this one is a clown in it on itself. But most women are entitled to a certain degree. Some more than this, right? There's no talking to be done. The dating game has become use or be used. It's predatorial. It's women want to get the most money out of you, and you want to get the most S3X at the cheapest price possible. It's a competition. This is why if you want something serious, there's nothing you have to do on dating apps. You won't find anything. It's just predatorial. And this woman is eating him alive because he still doesn't know how the dating game works. He thinks that he can be a gentleman, guys. This person is a gentleman, right? He took his car to drive her to the place. He was willing to pay for the date. He probably opened the door, you know. He was going to open the door. He was going to do all of those things. He is a gentleman because that's what he is being told. That's what his father told him, because 60 years ago, that's how it worked. Not anymore, gentlemen. You won't reach any level of you know, you won't reach any altitude. You won't get anywhere by being a gentleman in today's dating game. You have to either know a woman from years ago and know that she's good. You're not going to make it in the dating game otherwise. You're not going to be going on dates with women and for them to be anything other than a harpy like this.
I expect her to be cooperative, and at least, you know,
what did I do that wasn't cooperative?
well, I mean, like, even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay,
I don't know you.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again, I don't know
there
yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
And then
I don't know you yet. I don't know you yet. Yeah, he doesn't know you either. You want him to take you to an expensive place. He doesn't know you. You're no one to him. Like, why would he take you there? And this guy, he seems average income. This guy is your average Joe, right? But this is what women expect, guys. They won't even put their hand around your arms because I don't know you yet. Yet at the same time, even though you don't know them as well, they expect everything. They expect you to call them, you know, pay for the gasoline. Guys, the gasoline to make this trip was probably more expensive than the place where they're gonna eat, right, nowadays. He's going to pay for the food as well, but even though he doesn't know you, you want him to take you to a 5-star restaurant. Excuse me, madam, I was going to say, Harpy. Why would you get that privilege? You know, it's one thing to take your wife to a nice place. Who are you to demand for him to take you to a nice place? Like, notice how they're not anything, but she's already demanding of him to put more effort, time, and resources into their crap little date than most serious relationships put 2 years after they know each other. Like, how absurd is that, gentlemen?
But
look at that entitled face, guys. Do you see her? Just watch her face throughout the video. You can see the entitlement.
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself all made up.
Nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well, look at my plan where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See, I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs for an hour. Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late, and like I said, I don't know.
Oh, sounds like a you problem if you ask me. You know, this guy finally fought back, and he intended to take her somewhere expensive because this woman's eyes just sparkled in glitter the moment she saw that he's going to pay more. So he decided for the Cheesecake Factory. Now, guys, I don't know that place, right? I'm not from the USA. I'm guessing it's like a dessert place, maybe some coffee place. I don't know. But if you're looking for love, or if you're looking to find love, to find something serious, why do you give a crap? Where are you going to go? Like, if you're looking for something serious, you can get to know a person sitting in a bench, right? On a bench outside your place or whatever, right? It's like, guys, the moment a woman demands money out of you, she is for the streets. That's it. No exceptions. No, absolutely no exceptions. She can be a 10 out of 10. She can tell you that she's been putting on makeup for the last 14 hours. Okay, I didn't ask you to, first off. So why are you asking out of me to, you know, pay a certain amount of money? Guys, trust me on this one. The moment she demands even $1, she's for the streets. You get to decide that because it's your money. And it just turns out that when you're not a harpy and you behave properly, men are willing to pay for things because they find it appealing that way. Because, you know, men want to do that. We like it. But the moment you start to demand, sorry, you're not my boss, you know, go for the streets where you belong, common 304.
You well enough to invite you up into my apartment, and that is not possible.
And that's why I'm saying, I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, you know, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice fancy restaurant as Aria, especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been, okay. But
no, bro, we understand you. You know, we understand the situation right from the get-go. Your mistake is talking to an entitled woman about this. That is your problem, my guy. You will understand, if you haven't already, that these people, guys, when you capture a couple of red flags, you should already know as a man that you should not be spending a single minute more with these women. No conversations, no explaining, no, but I was going to, whatever. Because I could already tell you from 10 seconds into the video that you can sit there talking to this woman for 2 years. She's not gonna get it, guys. She's not gonna get it.
If we're late, I mean, I told you twice.
It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot.
I mean,
I'm waiting for a reservation.
we can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, you know,
No.
equivalent to that? I mean,
No, wait, you can still get to know each other at the Cheesecake Factory, right? As you just mentioned yourself. You can still get to know each other on the bench next to your apartment. Why do you have to get to know each other at a place where he will spend a lot of money? Well, because you only care about the money. You don't care about getting to know him. This is what the vast majority of women on dating apps do. Guys, they don't care about you. Love is never part of the equation. They don't care about your personality. In their eyes, you're like an NPC. You know these games where you have like 40 NPCs walking around and they look alike and you don't care about them because they have one-liners, they don't speak, no personality. This is how women see the average man. They're just a means to an end. They're just, you know, a bridge of money that takes them to where they want to be.
I literally
you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die. That's embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for that. I can tell it's not gonna be there.
Guys, if you ask me, she looks like the kind of woman you see on the highway, right? It will be embarrassing to go there. It's embarrassing to walk on the streets dressed like you are. Like, you're not going to a ball, you know, you're not going to a model convention. You're going to have a date. What are you doing dressed like a cheap 304? Don't get it, guys. I don't know, maybe my perception of fashion is screwed, but I look at this woman and I see a common 304.
And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm up.
So you just want to call it a night? I mean, isn't there some kind of compromise or something?
No, the compromise was the Cheesecake Factory, and you lost that opportunity. You know, cheers to this guy. I thought he was dumber, but he actually stood up for himself in the end. If it was me, all these things would happen in the first minute, but hey, you know, dude took his time, but that's what you gotta do, guys. You know, you don't want to be aggressive, which you don't have to. I mean, when I talk, I sound aggressive, but I'm quite chill about it. Look, you don't have to throw a tantrum. You don't have to start shouting. You get this situation and you just say, okay, we're not meant for each other. I don't want to be wasting your time, as well as I don't want you to waste mine. I'm going to just kindly, politely drop you off, and you don't even have to take her to her house. You know, that's her problem. You just drop her off there, and if she doesn't want to get out of the car, you just call the cops. Like, you don't owe this woman nothing, guys. Who is she, man? She's not your mother. She's not your wife. You haven't made any compromise. You haven't given out any vows, excuse me. You haven't promised anything to her. She's just a random stranger who you just met some days ago. What is this entitlement and this demanding, man? And now, when she realizes she's not getting anything out of this deal, you know, she started crying a little, like, but are we going to make a compromise?
I'm sorry, y'all. If I don't feel respected, I am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well, I mean, you are serious. You're really leaving.
I mean, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I mean, I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why
Ampu just resurrected to have a laugh. Now, at this type of resolution to the problem, someone might think that this is staged. I don't think so, just because of the facial expressions. I mean, it's either true, this story, or they're just really good actors. But this is not your average staged cringe TikTok, right? But what do you guys think?
Well, I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh
So
my God.
I'm sorry. We're dropping you off home.
All right, whatever. Well, I mean, I guess I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, guys, so the video ends right here. And look, if I can allow myself to look into the future, just after this man drops this woman, she's gonna yell and shout at him and swear and block him. Why do I know that? Because, you know, the last things she said of like, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. I understand you. I understand what you've been through. I can understand your emotions. You know, all this bullcrap. It's just a manipulation tactic. She doesn't really think it or feel that way. She only feels sorry after the consequences have come. When this guy was sitting there like a person trying to explain to her, look, you're not being respectful, right? You're treating me wrong. I don't owe you anything. I don't know you in the same way that you know me. Then she was acting all entitled. She was all bossy, right? And this is what women mean, by the way, when they say, I have an attitude. It's not just that they have, you know, a strong personality. No, guys, they're just a pain in the neck, right? But going back to the point, when she had the chance, she didn't feel sorry. And only after the consequences hit, she used it, you know, this feeling of, yeah, let's compromise. I'm sorry, I didn't have to act that way. It's just a theater, right? It's just a role that she's playing in order for him to say, you know what? She's not that bad. I mean, let's give it another go. But this man, bravo, what a king. Clever enough to not fall for it. And I can tell you guys, the moment he drops her off and she realizes her pathetic little attempt at trying to make a compromise with him didn't work, she's going to start shouting and yelling like a possessed person. But what do you guys think about this whole situation? We're gonna leave this video right here and we're gonna say farewell. Me and Ampu just standing both here, looking at you, you handsome person. But thank you for watching. I'll leave you off. Comment down below and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.